Hi, I'm well, thank you.
Welcome
How are you?
back. I'm good.
Yes, yes, I'm good now. I've gone through a lot, but yeah, it's been a while. And I've refocused. And so now I'm excited about completing what I started some time ago and
Very
getting it
cool.
done once and for all.
Very cool. Yeah, let's put some celebrations up.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Oh,
Are you a mom?
yeah.
Do you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I did. I did. It's actually Wednesday here now in New Zealand. So, yeah, so it's oh, hello. Welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, I like your hair. It's very cool.
Why, thank you.
Very creative.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, love it. Love it. Looks great. Cool. Sorry, we are just actually starting with some celebrations. Cynthia is actually welcome, George. Cynthia is just
Hi
actually
there.
getting back on track, and so I'm
Yeah.
very excited to hear that. And these things do happen. That life happens, and sometimes we get off track and we come back.
I'm glad to be
Christy,
here.
yeah, nice to have you here. Christy, do you want to start with a bit of celebration? This is how we usually start these sessions. So, what are you up to in the course building world?
Well, I'm brand new now I've come back. I'm celebrating. I have been, I wrote a book and it was published on January 6th. And I'm celebrating.
Congratulations.
Why, thank you.
Here we go.
And it is being said to be the first step to world peace, believe it or not.
Oh,
And it,
amazing.
uh, today I learned that I've got a publicist that because I self-published it, it has a 4.8 rating on Amazon, and now I need to get it in the hands of one of the big publishers so they can take it worldwide. I want it translated into Arabic, and I want a audio book as well. And so I'm celebrating my publicist.
Congratulations. Well done. Well done.
Amazing.
Cool. That is just cool. Vivian, welcome. Nice to see you.
Hi. Nice to see you too.
George, how are we going? Nice to see you.
The mute
Okay,
button isn't
he's
hitting.
probably, yeah, I think he's on mute, so he's probably a bit tied up. I know he was on the phone before, but so Vivian,
Ah.
why don't we start with your celebration? How are we going?
Well, I'm just waiting for my stuff to be all completely installed and born. I'm just kind of
Oh,
waiting each day to get a notice that say it's alive.
oh, congratulations. So well done. I think it's a lot of work, like to actually get everything ready to submit that big sheet. Sorry,
Oh,
Christy
I
and
did submit
Cynthia,
it.
you didn't know. Yeah, I know.
Uh,
You told
she
me,
put it in
remember?
queue on the
Yeah,
16th of April. So
yeah.
I'm thinking any day now. I actually leave the country in a
Cool.
couple of days. So I'll be
Oh,
like taking the computer so I can check in and see, is it alive yet? I have a
oh, where
couple
are
of
you
videos.
going? Where are you going?
I'm
Is that holiday?
yeah, I'm cruising down to Mexico. I have a speech. I'm gonna be giving a speech down there on board ship. So, oh darn, I
Oh,
have to go on the cruise. Darn.
of course you do. Of course you do.
Hard,
Of course you
tough
do.
life, right? It's
Yeah,
That's
tough.
yeah,
awesome.
absolutely. Yeah. Well, you gotta experience it and refresh yourself before you give the speech. So there you go.
There you go. Exactly.
Okay. I think George might still be tied up. So
Oh
are
yeah,
you
he
with
is.
us, George, or are you on the phone?
I
Okay.
think he's on the phone. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's on the phone. So Cynthia, how can we help today? What do we want to
Oh,
look at?
well, my focus is on creating and really understanding a welcome email sequence.
Yep.
I have an idea what it is. I think I know what I want to say, but I'm not sure how to set it up in XP. And then I also want to better understand the tags and segments and how to segment, because the email list that I have currently, I just put all of those contacts in one list.
Yep.
And some of them are from over here and some know me from over there. And so I probably should have segmented them, but I don't know how to do that. And then my other question was, what would you say is more engaging and maybe converting, lead magnet or a quiz?
Okay, depending on what your client, okay, this will actually say, I say this is not because not because I'm trying to dodge the question, depends on what your client likes, right? So I think some lead magnet will actually physically get people to go through things. And there are people that swear by quizzes as well. So just depending on what would what would your clientele or your target market actually prefer to do. So if they like to be active, Cynthia, that will be, I think the lead magnet will be good for them to actually go through. But if they're the people that really love quizzes, there are people that would actually rather do quizzes than anything else, then quizzes are your better choice. And I think from the sound of it that you seem to have a very large list. Why don't you do both?
I actually worked out a quiz.
Yep.
I don't know. Again, it's the technical part of how to get it into the system. And a lead magnet seems like more work, but I know I can do that inside Go Plus. I don't know if I can do that inside of XP.
A mini course potentially is your lead magnet. So it's like literally a very short video and some actions. And you get your client to actually take your potential target market to actually take the course. And guess what? Even better, why don't you put a quiz inside the mini course as well? So you can do both. So how does that sound? Yeah. So you don't when I said a lead magnet, you could do something really mini, like a 3-session. So literally, do X and here's your problem, here's how we solve it, and here's our discussion, and here's the solution, and then the problem. So you start to embed problem, solution, problem, and then so they come back to say, actually, I need to sign up onto that big course. So
Becky, I've done that. I recorded it, and maybe you can check it if I share my screen. But again, once I release that or publish that, I want to have the email sequence in place so I don't lose time and a gap between the time they get it, they complete it, and then right away I want to, you know what I mean? I want to automate that email marketing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So, so did that just answer your question? The first question about which one to do. So you can actually do both. So
I'm going to do both.
Do both. Do both. It's awesome. So, okay, let me quickly share my screen if you don't mind. I will show you email sequence actually. Okay. Where am I? Sorry, I've got so many screens open. Just bear with me. I will open the right one.
I actually tried to set up the email sequence, but I don't know if I did it right.
I'm sure you are, but we'll just double check and make sure that it is. Here we go. Okay, so here we go, Cynthia. So when you wanted to set up your email sequence, Experience Engine is where you will go to. So this is where you will set up your student welcome email, and you can. This is where you put all your welcome email, all your email sequence. So you go through and you select that. For example, this is when. If I'm going too fast, Cynthia, tell me to slow down.
Well, if I were going to do say 5 in the sequence, would they all go in there?
Yes, you can. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So you do a student welcome email. So I'll show you. Just let me change my my mouse cursor just to make it a bit bigger. Christine, if you have something that you want to jump in and say, please feel free to. You don't necessarily have to raise your hand, but you probably have a question, so we'll come to you next. If that's a question or if you have something you wanted to add, please feel free to add. That's why I think Vivian is so used to come to office hours. She doesn't even mute herself, so she can actually, chip in if you wanted to. Feel free to. So just let me change this mouse cursor so to make it a bit easier to see. Okay. Here we go. So, Cynthia, here is where we will go. So, student welcome email. This is where we start. So you click into this. This is where you would, sorry, just take a moment to load. This is where you would actually pop in your welcome email. So you don't have to read this, obviously. This is obviously just one of the ones I use. So that will pull in all sorts of information. Mostly, I think the welcome emails to say, voila, great, that fantastic that you're here. So it's just to welcome them. And I do tend to not actually put in. I do tend to not put in a lot of task in that first welcome email, just because you don't want to overwhelm them, the students, when they first log in. All you want them to do is basically, here's all your login details, and here are all the information that you will need to hop in. And the idea of it is to push them into actually log into XP so they can get started, because you can actually have all your action points in the homepage and asking them to do tasks. But the first action they need to take is actually about the welcome emails, to actually welcome them. So, get them to get excited. And then so they will actually take the action to log into Experienceify to the homepage. So that is the general idea. And here is what, hang on, let me just, starting trigger is actually really important. This is how you would activate every action and how the email would have gone out. So student welcome email, the starting trigger is really important. This is the most important thing that you need to figure out. Like this one, obviously, because it's a welcome email. So as soon as they are added to the course, either you manually added them, or that or they have actually signed up through a paid channel, Go Plus or XP order form. So either way, and there are many things that you can change down here. If you just actually click this drop down, that you'll be able to see student first login, student login after extended period, that you can send them a welcome back email, nice to have you back, type of thing. So you can do all sorts of things here, like tag added. If they have taken a particular action, you can actually give them a tag, which you will set up anyway. So, and here are many different options. So you can actually play with these, and you can release at future time and date. So if you want to step the students through, for example, you only want them to go through one session a day or one mini course a day, or your lead magnet, you will actually set it up to be, release the next day, or after they have finished, all sorts of things that you can actually set this up.
Well, Becky, I am actually selling my mini course for just $20.
Yep, absolutely.
I
not just $20 is good
for $20, and I don't feel like I need to tell them this is an expiring mini course. So since they're purchasing it, I don't want to tell them you've got to listen to this today or you're going to lose it. So in this trigger, would I not even put a date?
No, you don't have to. You don't have to. You can, because if you're selling your mini course and they actually get it, sorry, I'm just going to stop that. So if you want them to be able to keep it and do it whenever they like, No problem, obviously.
Okay.
But you potentially wanted to look at something like you wanted to check in after a week if they haven't logged in, just to make sure that they, keep on the momentum, because the last thing you want is people buy courses and people leave them because life gets in the way.
Right.
So
Right.
so that's why the countdown timer and the expiring mini course is expiring, because that gives people a sense of urgency. That's why it's there, not because you wanted to push them back, because you're charging for it. You do probably just wanted to keep, because I assume the mini course leads to a bigger course, right, Cynthia?
Correct.
Yeah. So you
Correct.
do want them to actually go through and take the mini course so that they will start to get the mini transformation, so they sign up onto the bigger course. But if they sit on your mini course for 3 months, even when they
So
are paying $20, there's no
let me
sense.
so let me try and understand. If I don't do the timer or the 3 day, you lose it, or use it or you lose it. I'm thinking the email sequence would be part of the urgency to get them to complete the course. But how to automate that for the person who takes time and don't start right away versus the person who does. And so that it's the email part for me that I realize I need to navigate, so that depending on the person that purchased it and when they use it, or wait to use it or complete it right away because they're excited, then how that trigger that email go out to the right person saying the right thing.
Yes, so I do understand your question. So that there is a student rescue email campaign that's actually already pre-built. So that's something that you would look at. Sorry, let me find the help doc for you on this.
Okay. Is it the same place you showed me a little bit ago?
Yes, so here we go. Just actually, I'll drop this for you actually in the
The chat?
chat for you. Sorry, I'm just trying to do two
Okay.
things at once. I think I may not have had enough
We're
coffee
always
this
doing
morning. I'm a
that.
little bit slow, trying to multitask. I just want to make sure I share the right document with you. Just bear with me for one moment.
Okay.
Cool. Here we go, Cynthia. I'm just going to drop this in chat for you. And that is the student rescue experience. So it's something that you can look
Okay.
at. It's not necessarily that because they are not, when we say rescue, is that they have fallen behind and they haven't actually taken a task, and so therefore that actually be able to help you send them an email and set up a sequence to say, actually, it's been several days. Do you need any help? Or have
Okay.
you got any questions? And, something like that, that's not imposing on saying you haven't actually done your work, potentially will be better than saying, I think most people don't like to be told they haven't done something. So it's the check-in and making sure that you're okay. And sometimes they do actually have technical questions, and they can't log in for some unknown reason, or they never received the email. This will actually help you to actually reach out again to them,
Okay.
just to make sure. So that
Thank you,
probably,
Becky.
you're most welcome. And in terms of tags, Cynthia, that depending on your question about, sorry, just to make sure, have I answered your email sequence question for the time being before we jump onto tags?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
Okay.
And I copied the link.
Cool. Yeah, or probably if we do drop more links, Cynthia, you can save the chat, the whole chat that's on the right hand side. Just if you needed to save that rather than copy individual links, if we do share more links later. So in terms of tags, Cynthia, depending on how you want to group them, so you can actually, older students that have signed up onto an EMC, for example, your expiring mini course, you can give them a tag that says, EMC, or depending on how you want to group them, the ones that's actually making lots of progress, you can give them another tag. But I also wanted to mention this as well. Overusing tags, I have seen overused tags, and sometimes they can get a bit confusing. So just depending on how you want to segment your what are you trying, the first question I guess I will ask you is, what are you trying to track, Cynthia?
Okay. I have a podcast and I talk
Yep.
about the podcast and I talk to my audience about I want them to join the newsletter and I want to start talking about this course that I've created here in XB, but I don't want to promote it until after it's completely finished. And so I want people will maybe come from the podcast. Some people may come because they saw me promoting it online.
Yeah.
So I don't know where people are coming from, but I know
Yeah.
they may be coming from different places.
Yep. Okay. So so I guess that's something that you may have to, I'm just thinking that might be actually a Go Plus thing if they were to sign up. I'm just trying to think how you will segment that. But I guess you can actually, one of the questions that you can actually ask for people to be able to reply is, where did you come from? You know, it's a really simple question. Which channel did you come through? How did you find us? You know, that kind of question that will allow you to be able to actually tag them properly. And that could be a multi-choice. So like a quiz, if you actually set it up in Experienceify. So when they tick Xbox, they get a tag, and you know which answer they actually click. I need to actually check through the sequence that you'll be able to actually allocate a tag if you tick, for example, if it's a small quiz, you tick number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4, for example. I come through podcasts or I came through EMC or different channels. So you can actually set up a quiz in your homepage even just to find out where they came from, so you can start segmenting them. But you know, so that there's different ways of thinking. But every time you want to create a tag, think, what is this tag going to achieve? Apart from tracking the student, can I use this in multiple ways? The people that come through with the tag of come through with podcasts, potentially that, you know, they will be more interested in listening material versus reading material. So it just depends on what you want this tag to achieve. But I would highly recommend, you know, initially have a little map and map it out before you start allocating tags. Because I have, when I first started creating, I started using all sorts of tags and I have to go through and clean it up. And that's not exactly the nicest job, because I'm just going, oh, that's really cool, let's give them a tag for this. And I'm going, what is that? You know, after you've built 5, 6 courses, you actually start to look at them and going, what's that tag for? I don't even remember. So just have a plan. I'm not saying the plan can't change and adapt, but it is just a matter of start with a plan. At least, you know, if you start to divert, it is better, still better than just randomly allocating tags, which is what I did. Trust me. So,
okay, no, I appreciate your insight. Since you've taken those steps already, and I'm trying to, and I conceptually I understand. I mean, I've been tagged. I think we've all been tagged. So I conceptually understand it, but technically I'm not clear on how to do it. So I'm going to play around with it a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't want to take up any more time because I know others may have. You've been very helpful.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'll obviously jump back in once you move through the next step, and we can answer more of the questions.
Okay.
And because I'm here every week anyway. So, Christy. Sorry, George. Christy actually had her hands up before. So welcome. Sorry. Yeah. So, Christy.
Thank you. And Cynthia, thank you so much for the suggestion of a mini course. I had not thought of that. And that's a great, I really appreciate that. And as far as all your questions with emails, I'm sure I'm going to have those same questions in a while. Okay.
All right. No problem. Thanks to Becky and the team. It's their idea, not mine.
So Cynthia actually and Christy actually, to answer your question as well, there are some pre-built emails sequence in some of these. If you actually grab one of the templates, some of those automations are already set up. You can actually copy and paste and see how that is. So Cynthia might actually help you and Christy too, just when you're new. Grab one of the templates that's already a pre-built course so you can actually take a look of how that was
Okay.
set up, and especially with the automations and things like that, that just might be helpful. So not saying you want to copy it word for word, but I think you might be able to just say, oh, I actually like that. Oh, no, actually, I don't like that. So you'll be able to actually grab one of these things that would probably be helpful.
Okay, thanks, Becky.
You're most welcome. And sorry, Christy, please keep going.
They're very basic questions, so I hope perhaps you can direct me where to go so I don't take up too much time.
No. There's never basic questions. Every question is a good question. So we're all here to learn. And I still learn things when I get asked questions. Sometimes like, I never thought about that. Actually, that's a really interesting question. And Vivian has always been so helpful in these office hour sessions, actually putting ideas and suggestions in. So
Awesome. Since it's the first time I've been able to, with my time being taken up with Speaker Lab and all this other kind of stuff, but I want to like advance this with my Speaker Lab, with my book, okay? And so I went in and I could log in to Exponentially, if I said that correct.
XP. You can just call it XP, probably easier.
And I went to my account and it says it has my email, but it says I need to verify it. So I went to go to Help Center thinking that that's where I could verify it. And when I get there, they say I don't have, it's like they give me a like I need to buy it again.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can't find a way to update my but it's not an update because they have it right there, but they're saying they want me to update it. So that is one of my questions.
Okay. So, Christy, the first question I will ask is, how did you sign up and to Experienceify before I sent you to support, so we can actually get that email nice and clear to send to support? It's probably a simple activation. Or where did you purchase the Experienceify through? Is that through EPM, or how did you purchase Experienceify?
I purchased it when I was actively taking Marissa's courses.
Yep. And did you buy a lifetime subscription? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Did you buy a lifetime? Okay. So what actually happened is I have actually encountered this in the past. Okay. So I'm going to drop this for you, Christy. This is support Experienceify. So if you drop them an email at support@experienceify.com and get them to double check your account and activate your account for you. Just mention that you actually bought the lifetime plan through when you're doing the EPM with Marissa. So just give that, depending on which email address that you sign up to, that matters, because that's obvious your login email. Sometimes that, I have 9 email addresses and sometimes it confuses me which one I'm logged into. Just check. That's probably the one that you have used is the one that you actually used to purchase the Experienceify.
Yes.
So, yeah. But just actually put all your details in there and drop support an email and say I can't access my lifetime plan. Is probably a good subject. Can you and then just actually send them an email to say, can you double check my account for me? I don't know why I can't access this, and I purchased it during EPM at this time, around this time. So if you can give them specific date, that will be great, but I'm sure they can actually probably find that for you. So that's the
Okay,
first thing.
so
We've got to get you into Experienceify. So
oh no, SperincitySupport.com. Is that
yeah,
what you
I have
said?
actually dropped it in the chat, so you can
Oh,
probably copy that.
okay.
That's
Thank
probably
you.
easier.
Much easier,
Yeah.
especially for me. And when I was attempting, because I can get into my Go Plus
Yep.
account, okay, and I was attempting to connect it.
Yeah.
And when I do that, they what comes up is a new app. Is that, do you then register for the new app as
Oh,
well?
I'm not aware of the app. Would you be able to
Um,
share this with me? This is new. See, I told you we learn
um,
something every time I come to office hours. So
let's see. Um, ah, integrate. Okay. Um, this is where to, oh, I'm trying to find my API key. That's what it is.
right. Okay. So after you have logged into Experienceify, you'll actually be able to find your API key,
Oh,
which lives. Just bear with me for a moment. Let me just flip to the right. So because right now you can't actually log in. So, I mean, hang on. So this is what you need to look at. If you're looking for API key in Experienceify, uh, here we go. So I am an account here,
yes.
and I've gone to advanced, and this is where the API key lives.
Oh, okay.
But
Where's
considering
that
you can't,
again?
sorry,
Oh,
so George,
oh,
it's an
yay.
account and advanced. And then you scroll
Account
down, this is,
advanced. Got it.
yeah. And then API key is just down the bottom of the page.
Yay. George, I'm so
Yeah.
happy I helped someone else out.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Christy, I think the best thing is to actually write to Experienceify, obviously, the support at Experienceify, because that is that obviously is they need to activate your account first, because if you need to verify your email and you can't actually, my question, can you actually log into Experienceify at all?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I
Cool.
can. It's just when I'm in there and I go to the help center down at the very bottom
Yep. Yep.
and I click on that, that's where it takes me to it says click here to get our launch pack, everything you need to launch and grow your course business today for only $14.99. And
Okay.
so you know, it doesn't
Interesting.
it takes me back to my HP account.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But it has that. I don't know whether that's but I don't
So,
see any place where I can ask, or maybe,
yeah. Okay.
or
So,
you
Christy, I actually
go
wonder
ahead.
if you're still in the sandbox, if it's actually trying to get you to purchase Experienceify again. I actually wonder if you're still in the sandbox. Write to support rather than the subject I told you. Can just ask them, do a screenshot of when they are asking you to pay again. Do a screenshot to
Okay.
say, I have actually purchased Lifetime, but this message keep coming up when I click into this. When I go
Help
to
support.
help support, can you double check my accounts? And I don't know why why this keeps showing up. So if you do that, and then they can actually check what's going on. So you could still be in the sandbox, which means that you're only in the test account rather than an actual live account, that means you can't publish courses, nothing will happen. When you're every time you try to publish, you'll actually get a pop-up, please pay the account. So everyone goes into the sandbox until the account is activated, I believe. So
Awesome.
Cool.
That helps
And
so much.
that's awesome. That's great. And I also wanted to actually show this, even though I know this is XP, but I've just hop into my Go Plus. Down the bottom here, Christy, that you can probably find Experienceify here as well. If you see this button, they should all be in. Well, as I understand, they should be all integrated. And so if you're actually working, come on, between the two, so
that's
that
how I got into.
yeah. So this is where you would this is where you'll go to Experienceify, but you should have an independent login to log into Experienceify, which looks like this. So you get a full page. You don't have all the borders of Go Plus. I personally prefer to work in this space just so I don't have all the other buttons everywhere. But I just wondering if you can actually log in through Experienceify.io. So there should be two ways to log in. So you'll be able to log in independently, or you can go through Go Plus if you wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
You're awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christy.
And Vivian, I'm just a little bit envious. Not jealous, but envious of your trip and your speech and everything. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you. It should be fun.
Yeah, and I'm sure Vivian will come back and report back to us how awesome her trip was actually by the time she finished. So
will do. And Chris, before drop your book link. Can you drop your book link in the chat? I would love to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great.
Thank you. It's called Blood and Gold, Athletes, Tragedies, and Dynamism to Peace. If you look up Dynamism, DYNAMISM, TOPEACE.com, it'll take you to my website and you can learn about the book, and you can even purchase it off there or off of Amazon.
Yeah, Christy, feel free to drop that link in the chat for us, so everyone can can probably just go straight to your website if you like.
Yes. Whichever, your Amazon
feel free
or your website. Thank you.
Cool. All right, Christy, have we answered all your questions?
Yes. And also on the very bottom of my website, you'll see Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And there's some wonderful, what do you call it, videos on there.
Very good.
Thank you so much for asking.
Certainly.
Oh, so Christy, if you're happy, that's
I am ecstatic.
Amazing. Amazing. We like that.
I'm gonna have to exit. Thank you so
much. Okay, bye, Christy. Happy course building, eh?
Yes.
Okay. George, I saw your email pop through this morning. And I haven't actually had a chance to reply to you yet, but I will get back to you.
No problem.
Anyway.
This is all great content. Becky's going to rename this hour the Hour of Fun because everyone's having a great time here, right?
Well, I try.
Cynthia, my only suggestion, I've had a number of people comment to us. Our course is launching in 30 days. And instead of pricing at $20, it's going to be priced at $19.99. For whatever reason, the perception is significantly less expensive when you lower it a penny. So just food for thought. That's a lot of feedback we've received.
Yeah, actually, and actually, George, thank you for that. I have heard 1997, not 1990. 1999, 97, something about the 7 actually reduced the psychology of how much it cost.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that,
Okay,
that,
now
that's
you
just,
guys have now you've given me another assignment to go back and
Yep, there
change
you
the
go.
digits.
yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing is, I think
Exactly.
I
So-
do think though, but I do think $20 actually sounds like a complete note. So I don't know, $20 doesn't sound like a lot. So I think it's when we get to the bigger. Oh, I think everyone just froze.
Because we can hear you, but you froze.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry about that.
Now you're
Um,
unfrozen. You
okay.
thawed.
Okay, so I delayed a 3:30 call to 3:45, so I'm sorry, I've got to ask a couple of questions, and
Yeah, sure.
unfortunately I need to go.
Sure. Cynthia will come
What
back to that
question
pricing
does
thing in a minute. Sorry.
Included with Experientify, for everyone's benefit, I'll ask it here. In Experientify or Go Plus, is there a terms of use included, and is there a privacy policy included?
Just bear with me for a moment.
I believe there
Georgia, are
is.
you referring to one that you can use or one that they use for us?
One we can use.
I
Okay.
think there was one in their terms and conditions. I think.
Yes, so privacy
Terms of
policy.
use or terms and conditions, as well as the privacy policy.
So I'm going to drop this for you. This is the privacy policy. You can probably use some of this because actually, hang on, I'll just drop this for you, George. Bear with me for 1 minute. So this is the privacy policy for you and terms and conditions.
So
So
is
the
this a template?
No, that's actually that's not a template, but it is actually, hang on, just bear with me for 1 moment. I'm just gonna actually grabbing this. So there is actually a platform terms of service. I'll drop that off here for you as well, George. So here we go.
So
So just have
basically,
a
some of this stuff is already pre-made that we can use.
So yeah, you can actually copy some of the information from there, what actually suits, because I think so these are the 2 documents, terms of use, because I think the platform terms of use, terms of service, and the privacy policy, some of the things will be very similar, and I think there's a whole lot of GDPR stuff in there as well. So I suspect that you can actually just copy and paste some of the things into the terms of use and things like that. So
Thank you. So the next question is the merchant services link of how people pay run through. Does Experientify provide that, or do we have to choose Square or Stripe or PayPal, or is
So
it already
you
embedded or included?
no you so George, that is that's you have to actually set up a separate your own Stripe account, or PayPal or Square, as you said. So you choose what how you want to you choose your merchant and what's the best that works for you.
Thank you. Does anyone have an opinion on that, of cost or fees or not?
I use Stripe. It integrated really easily.
Yeah.
It did. I made that like a ginormous dramatic thing. And I had my Stripe account, but to connect it, I thought, oh, I've got to know this, I've got to know that. And so I'm getting all that stuff together and making a big deal about it and delaying it because I was kind of freaking out about it. And then when I finally went to read the stuff and experience, I said, go click here, I click there. They were talking to each other. It's like, well, that was so hard.
Yeah.
It's like took about a
Yeah.
second and a half.
So
And
both of you use
and
Stripe.
it has its own little
Interesting.
sales thing, and you can create any discounts or scholarship or coupon codes or things right there in the Experientify thing if you use Stripe. I don't think it does it that exotically with PayPal, but with Stripe, it was just amazing.
So
I appreciate that very much.
So sorry, George,
Go ahead.
keep going. You finished?
So that leads me to one other question. we don't want people when we're disseminating our content on the Experientify site. We don't want people to save it, be able to save our content. We don't want people to download our content. Um, do we have a way to add a watermark onto our content on the screen, or does anyone have any opinion on that?
So actually, George, to finish this question about connecting Stripe, you will go to advanced. So account and advanced again, and this is where you would actually connect your Stripe. Where you grab that API key before, this is where you'll actually connect Stripe or
account/advanced/Stripe. I have it in my notes and it's auto save. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Sorry, I thought I've just finished that.
No, that's super helpful. Adding a watermark. Am I right, Becky, that when we're disseminating our content on the screen, people cannot save our content, they cannot download our content? How do we protect it, and can we add a watermark?
Okay, so I think, George, that there are so many ways that you can actually, even though Experientify don't allow you to download a video unless you want to give them a workbook, which is a downloadable, there's no way to stop someone screen record something or screen grab something. There's just nothing you can do. You can't stop that because that's on their individual computer. But however, though, in saying that, all your videos, obviously, you can have a watermark pre-built into your video. So just in the corner, all our videos actually has a watermark of our logo in the corner somewhere in one of the corners, or embedded in the image that's actually sitting in the background. So that's what I will recommend for the video part. But for the Experientify, in terms of Experientify, so I am just going to quickly show you. So you can, if you wanted to, George, depending on what your course background looks like, what you can do is that you can, even if it's a white background or color background that you have chosen, sorry, I probably should show you rather than tell you. Let me just quickly show you this. Let's use the demo course. I think that will be the best. So it's just loading and I'm just about to share. Oh, sorry, it's my cute puppy. Apparently I haven't logged in for a bit. Okay, so George, as you can see that you can embed watermark, or not watermark, but your logo on a thumbnail like this. And if I really wanted to, and I'm worried about people going to screenshot this, in this background, as you can see, that's an image. What you can do is you can actually also put a logo here if you wanted to, or you can insert the whole logo as your background if that's what you wanted to do in terms of to protect your privacy. But to be honest, we'll do our best. But however, I do think sometimes that you can't prove people screenshot, because unless you're going to have logos run around literally over all your different pages in every section, it is a little bit difficult. But in saying that, you will do your best to protect it. So I will say add a logo maybe in the corner of the image, the background of the each individual blocks, if you wanted to. It's just it doesn't have to be obviously aggressive or anything like that. It could just be something like this, little in the corner here or here, whatever works best with your logo. So that's what I will recommend.
Thank you.
So
that's helpful. I've made some notes and I got my questions answered. Thank you. Cool. With that, unfortunately, I'm sorry I have to leave, but got another Zoom call on my own link. But I'll see you next week. And cool. Ladies, blessings and good luck, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah. Happy course building, okay, George?
Thank
you.
Okay.
Right. Bye,
George.
Okay.
Well, that was a cool question. I hadn't thought about that. But yeah you can't prevent.
No,
you really can't prevent them from screen recording and all that stuff.
No,
it's just what everybody's going to see when they do that. Oh, well, that's really not mine. That's somebody else's.
I mean,
that's a good point. And I created the videos for my my little short lead magnet, and I do have a logo, but I'm trying to think through how I would put it on the video.
So I think Cynthia, I think it's actually quite easy. If you're what do you use to edit your video?
Um, I think it goes into YouTube. That's where it lands for some reason. It doesn't stay on the XP site.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not sure if it should or not. But when I created them, I just created the videos on my phone.
Okay, no problem. Do you use Canva at all, Cynthia?
I do. I have a basic understanding of Canva.
Yeah, so it is actually quite easy. You can actually just pop that video into Canva and you can just
Okay.
overlay a logo on top
Okay.
of your video. So that will just literally run continuously along at the bottom. You can manipulate it and put it where you want and just have that logo run right across along with the video that you are working on. So
That's a
so
Well,
that
I know
way,
that when I had the paid version of Canva, I was able to use my logo, but now I have the free version, so I'm not sure I can do that. I may have to, I don't know.
I
Well,
don't
try it. Try it just
yeah,
doing it as a graphic,
yeah,
like a see-through graphic,
yeah,
and
yeah,
see what it looks like. Just do a test one and see what it
yeah,
looks like.
yeah,
I'll try it.
absolutely.
And then you can do it in the free without going back to paid. Or if you
Paid,
need to,
yeah,
go back to paid for a little bit, do it, and then go
yeah.
back to free.
Yeah, but
I- I'll, I'll
I
try
think
it.
in saying that, it's because I use Canva to do these overlay last final touch-ups just because it's really easy. So you can
Hmm.
literally just drag the whole logo. Once you place it in the right place, you can just drag it and for that to run right through the video. So that's the quickest way of actually
Beautiful.
overlaying a logo. That's just simple. Otherwise, if you
Very.
go into a different program, you will have to make sure it's yeah. So it's more
All kinds.
complex than other video editing software. But if you do it on your phone, you can probably do the same thing because if you're editing your videos on your phone, you can do the same thing.
Okay.
So sorry, Cynthia, I'm just gonna double check that you know where to upload your video onto Experienceify. So if you go to course content in step number 3,
Well,
and you don't
I was gonna, oh, go ahead. I was gonna show you my screen so you can see if I did it right.
Oh, I'm sure you did, but you said your video is on YouTube. I just wanted to make sure that you are uploading it in the right place rather than actually putting it onto YouTube because YouTube is downloadable. So if you don't want people to be able to download like what George mentioned, you probably want that on Experienceify. Just make that one step harder for people to be able to download the video.
It's
Um,
private. They give you the
yeah,
option to either do private or public on YouTube.
right.
Yeah.
I see. Yes, absolutely. But I think it's easier to, well, I guess it is easier to download on YouTube regardless because there are many apps out there that allow you to download YouTube clips. I don't know about the private videos, so, but you can do it here anyway. So if you
Okay.
go to media, sorry, I'm in step, sorry, I'll just get out of this so I can actually walk you through this. Okay, cool. So I'm in step number 3. If
Number
you go
3.
to, if you go into actual training and you go to media, so, and then you can choose from gallery here.
Mm-hmm.
And if you click on that and you'll be able to see all the different videos you have. But if you don't see your video because you haven't uploaded, it's actually really simple. You just click upload media on the right-hand top corner here. And you will actually just be able to upload the videos that you have made into the media gallery. So you just choose a video that you wanted to upload, and you will be able to select the video that you've chosen, that you've just uploaded, and close out of that and hit save. Then your actual video will live on Experienceify.
Great.
Okay.
And
Cool.
just one thing, I'm just going to add something really cool that I've learned recently. That you can actually check how your video view, if you actually upload video content. This is a demo course, so there's no data. Let me go into one, but you'll actually be able to see what people have actually watched. So
Oh, cool. That's
yeah,
nice.
step number 3. So, but that only relates to the video that's actually hosted on Experienceify platform, not on
Right.
YouTube. But you can actually on YouTube, I think, Cynthia, you'll be able to actually get analytics anyway about viewing time and things like that on YouTube. So whichever works better for you. So yeah, you go to step number 3 and come down here and analyze. So that's the
Okay.
button you click, and you'll be able to, like now live courses is actually really cool. That tells you how long was the average watch time and how many times it's been watched and all that sort of thing. So it's actually pretty cool.
That is
Okay.
awesome. And yes, you
Yeah.
can do that on YouTube as well, but
Yeah.
it's not going to be related to your course. This way, you know who's watching what in the course
Yeah.
without surfing through whatever all else is on YouTube.
Yeah,
Your YouTube.
absolutely.
I
Yeah.
like that. Because I was
Yeah.
thinking about putting my stuff on you, storing it on a private thing in YouTube, thinking they couldn't load it down there, download it from there. But this is nicer because it's a better metrics for your tracking your class
Yeah.
activity.
Yeah. So
Cool.
yeah,
That.
so it's just something that is actually I upload all my content onto Experienceify, so
Okay.
that way I don't have to worry, say paranoia probably if YouTube gets hacked. I don't know.
Yes,
But
that's
Well,
true.
we do have to think about those things. I also think about, I was with another company a couple of years ago that had a platform, but they went out of business. And so all of my content was gone. So
Uh,
I do want to take my podcasts and create shorts for YouTube so that I can reach, I can promote and reach more people so that, and I don't know why I put it on YouTube. I just created the videos and uploaded it somehow on XP, and I saw YouTube and I disconnected them for some reason. But I don't have to keep it there. But I do use YouTube Shorts to create and repurpose content from, from
yeah.
my podcast.
Yeah.
oh,
No,
sure. Yes, it's just not your course videos. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, YouTube is great. And I do think that, the YouTube has so many users and in terms of marketing and all sorts of sharing content for sure. But like Vivian said, I do agree with that. As the pay course, I feel much safer having my, pay content living on Experienceify rather than a public sharing platform. Maybe it's just me, but so that's my suggestion. I would actually put it on
I'll double
Experienceify.
check it. I'll double check it to make sure that I can just host it on the XP platform, because I don't necessarily need to have it on YouTube. It just ended up there, and I can
Yeah.
take it down easily.
Yeah. I mean, I do know Marissa actually has some of the videos hosted on YouTube as well. But she has so many videos, it's just depending on what you prefer.
Well, and I would submit that you wouldn't need to worry about she and Murray going out of business.
I
So
hope
that you
not.
lose your
Because
content. Anybody who
because
can
I-
generate $55 million in 13 years knows what they're doing. They're
I
not
hope not be-
disappearing. They're not evaporating.
I hope not, because I bought the
Oh, no,
lifetime.
not gonna.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bought the
Well, that
lifetime.
had to be traumatic for
access.
sure.
So I'm hoping that I can continue on until I get up and running and I can hit the $1 million mark. I mean, I have a goal myself.
Yeah.
Good for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So, but I do actually think that that backup is really important of all the content.
Yes.
I have maybe paranoia. When I worked at Parliament, we had a power outage. I back up everything at least 3 times. So I have hard drive that back it up once, twice, 3 times, just in case. So you always have your content, because nothing worse than trying to recreate what you think is already perfect, because once you create a perfect thing, you don't want to do it again, because nothing ever comes close to that. So, but it's actually about sometimes that video, regardless on YouTube or Experienceify, sometimes videos while they're updating the system, they can get corrupted sometimes. So it's actually worth actually having a backup, at least one backup, so you can re-upload if something goes wrong. So that way that you have, you always go, actually, I can go to sleep at night knowing my content is always safe, and I will always have a version that I can upload really quickly, especially when you're in live sessions.
Yes.
That's so and the paranoia,
Thank you.
I'm not saying it's great. I have like 20 hard drives, probably more actually. So we're not going to tell you how many I got.
That's
So
a lot. That's a lot.
we
Library.
have
You've got a
lot of
library.
content.
Some people have
Yeah.
shoe closets. You've got a
Hey, look, at least they come
closet.
small now. They used to be humongous. Do you remember those hard
Yes.
drives? They used to be big and they only take, 1 gigabyte? And now you got terabytes, so it's much easier now, a whole lot smaller. So that's much better.
I got a 5 terabyte one. It's just this size.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah. But sorry, Cynthia, I cut you off. My apologies.
No, it's okay. I appreciate the candor, and I feel like I am going to go ahead and take care of some of these steps and get up and running
Yeah,
because I really
absolutely.
want to just get this out there. That's where I'm
Yeah,
at right now.
absolutely. And it's you can always modify as you go, and then as you get live test feedback, the student says, "Oh, I think it would be really cool if you can also do this." And then you can add that to your main course. So then
Okay.
your response will be, rather than actually add it to the mini course, in my full course, you get to do X. That's another way of actually saying, I am responding to your need, just not here in my full course. So that's just another marketing, another reason to talk to, the potential client that could
Because
actually
my
step up
paid
onto this.
Yeah, my paid course, my upsell is going to be hosted on Go Plus. And
Oh,
I've
okay.
already got the schedule set up on Go Plus. So I'm
Yeah.
promoting it already
Yeah.
in terms of just people being able to access my calendar
Yeah.
and schedule time with me so we can do the call and then we can get into the sessions. So they're two separate. I think my XP and my Go Plus are connected. I'm not really sure, but I'm right now focused on getting this $20, digital offer out there.
Yeah. Yeah. So, so Cynthia, I think, but your full course will still be built on Experienceify, right?
I haven't built it yet.
Yeah. But it will eventually be built, and then that will live on Experienceify. Is that correct?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I was told, I think by I don't know, somebody mentioned to me that a full course should be on Go Plus.
Not should, but could. Depends on what kind of course you're going to have. It's not going to have all the gamified goodies on Go Plus.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not there yet.
Hang on. I think I'm just thinking through when Sebastian says that he's probably building the funnel and your landing page and everything, all the goodies that will link to your course in Go Plus, rather than building. Do you know what I mean? You still need to build the course, and eventually, once you finish building the course, when you have the course built, then that will connect your actual full course will be connected to all the goodies that you have built. Sebastian is doing for you in Go Plus. So I don't think Go Plus actually promotes any kind of course building in Go Plus.
Okay, but they are connected somehow because the calendar.
Yep.
Okay.
They absolutely are. They are connected. There's no question that they're connected, that they are actually built for each other. So they actually talk to each other very well. It's just about simply that you can actually get them to pay and then lead them straight into the course. Because if you were actually using other platforms that could be, other content management. Anyway, so CIM. And that could sometimes it could be the talking to each other could be problematic.
One last question. Yeah, I do have a website that I'm paying for every month, and I'm wondering if I can migrate that into, I don't know, Go Plus or
Go Plus,
XP.
No,
and
Go
if
Plus.
I do, Go Plus. Okay, so if I do, I'm wondering, would it be the same cost or what it would cost? Because I saw something about credits and
Nothing, Cynthia. You actually you can have this. You can actually. Oh, okay. When I say nothing, you still have to pay for your domain, right? So, but however, the hosting part is actually part of the package of Go Plus. You can have as many websites, as many landing pages. That is the power of Go Plus. And
Oh,
even with wanting to initial transfer, which I'm doing at the moment because we have so many websites that I'm
uh-huh.
paying a lot to actually host all the different websites we have, and I'm in the process of actually integrating everything all into Go Plus.
They will host it for free.
No, it's not. Technically, it's not for free because you have to pay for it. But
Well,
however,
the domain I pay for through GoDaddy. So
yeah,
I'm trying to figure out, will there be additional cost to host it if I transfer it to Go Plus?
no.
No.
No, I mean you can
Interesting.
but you will just pay for your host because that's subscription every year. So you have to
Right.
still pay for that, obviously. But however, the hosting of the website, instead of, for example, WordPress or Yola or whatever website builder out there, you no longer have to pay an annual fee to actually host your website. And just something I learned a couple of weeks ago that you can actually take your current website and you can use the AI builder in Go Plus and have that cloned over.
Oh,
Now, as close as
Great.
possible is not
Okay.
perfect because
mhm,
that's
AI
where I was going,
builder.
oh my God, I had to rebuild everything. It's giving
yes,
me just thinking about it, giving me a headache, obviously.
of
So
course.
I started the cloning process. It's not perfect. It will take stuff over and I still need to replace images, but nevertheless, it's this is about 40-50% for you to start anyway, to get you kick started.
Yes. Save you a
So
boatload of time,
yeah,
particularly with
yeah,
multiple websites. Yeah.
And
yeah,
that is
absolutely.
done in Go Plus.
That's done in
Mhm.
Go Plus.
Right.
And you said there's a AI builder
It's
to
already
transfer
it's
to
already
trans
pre. Sorry, go.
to transfer the content, the images into Go Plus.
It's more cloning than it is transfer. So, like I said, it's not perfect. The format won't be perfect, but at least you'll start to have a template that look like your original website, and then you can do your manual transfer and make it perfect. Because I mean, everything, even when you copy words to another word, you still need to reformat it a little bit. So, if you
Right,
think of
right.
like that, at least you got the content more or less there. But you just got
Mhm.
to check really carefully because I know when an individual, all of us that's entrepreneurs that have websites and we have them over the years that we started
Mhm.
adding bells and whistles and that kind of thing. You just want to check all the little pithead or our what we are used to, and we're kind of going, we really hate that. We need to fix this, right? We need to remove this part, and I want to add this. You just want to make sure all these things are transferred across because I don't think it's like I said, this AI transfer is not perfect. So you will have to re-upload the images if it's a bit degraded or the wrong size and things like that because
I'm
you know
okay with that. I'm not,
yeah
I'm not, I'm not completely married to the website that I have now. I like it, but if things change and it looks a little different, I'm okay with it. It's the same domain.
yeah so you can actually do that in Go Plus. So
Okay.
yeah,
Good to
I will
know.
show you, but I shouldn't because we are in XP office hours. So
I know, I
I
know.
won't pull that out
It's
for you.
it's okay. That's down the line a couple of months
Yeah,
maybe before I transfer it over. Like I said, I want to get my XP things up and
yeah,
running first.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So sorry, Vivian.
That's okay. I want a final question. I think it should be quick. Do we get a notice when they're done installing our course in XP? Will they send us a little note saying it's done? I've been staying out of it completely because I don't want to interfere with anything they're doing if they might be trying to do something when I'm doing something. But I just haven't heard anything updates, so I just wondered if they're going to send us a "It's
They
alive."
will. Yes, they will. They
Okay,
will. Marina will send you an email, I believe, and just to let you know it's done.
okay.
But Vivian, I know this is very hard and this is really exciting. Just log in and have a look if you wanted to. You can't,
So
as long as
Vivian,
you don't
I'm
hurt
not even
Skype.
sure how to do that in there if it's changed once they've built it. So, but I could just go peek. I
Yeah,
could go
go
peek without
peek.
messing up anything. Okay.
I'll show you. This is actually great. And let me quickly show you. So
Vivian, are
rather
you
than
new to the platform?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm new to building courses. I'm just a newbie. I'm an old newbie.
Okay.
Okay.
So here, Vivian, rather than so obviously you go to your courses, and then you'll see what is actually been allocated. So you'll see your new course anyway. So for example, and you just click on this. So if you're worried about missing up the content, once it decide to load, click here rather than actually going into the course, individual bits of it. Go into this link on the top here, and then
Okay.
you'll get a preview. So you can preview it, and you can't mess anything up when you're in preview. So
Okay. Yeah.
so that way, if you're worried about messing up things, that you'll actually be able to just actually go to preview, and you'll be able to see your course. It's very hard,
Oh,
isn't it? It's like a gift box. You just wanted to see what's
I
inside.
know.
I'm one of
It's
those
like
worst
Christmas,
people.
and it's like, okay, we moved it to March now. That's
Yeah.
good, because just in the odd instance that I would be going in to look at something while they're trying to do something, I'm afraid, it might explode.
Nah, we'll be all right. We'll be okay. But
We'll
just
do.
go and preview if that's your concern, and thank you. I think the team will actually appreciate. Sometimes when I'm trying to build and then someone else is logged in at the same time trying to work on the same thing, I've come like, please get out of that
Yeah.
account because I'm working on things. You're saving on top of my things, and yeah. So
Yeah,
I do
exactly. I don't want
understand.
to do that.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
super deal.
yeah,
I will do that then. Awesome.
yeah,
Well, thank you, and it's been nice to see you again. And I found that
absolutely.
letter. I wish I'd found it more contemporary in time, that the astronaut on the Artemis 2, the article, and he referred to on the Artemis 2 that they were having problems with Outlook the same time
Oh
as you
yeah,
were.
yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I feel
Yeah.
less personal. So
Yeah, it wasn't you. The astronauts couldn't even do it. It was messing them up too, or maybe it was because of them you got messed up. Who knows?
yeah. So
But I thought
I
that was
think,
pretty cool.
somebody has to. I think the entire last week they were having trouble actually with the entire internet outage. In New Zealand. And
Ah.
the entire insurance company can't operate because there was no internet. So
Yeah, well,
they
Amazon
shut
or
down all the office.
somebody ginormous had a big, massive problem a monthish or two ago. I kind of think it's the rapid iteration of AI everything,
Mm,
because it's when you get new stuff, it doesn't always talk to each other super well, and something
yeah.
that keeps iterating out like every week. That's the problem. Or I get all these new privacy policies. Okay, you just sent me one 3 weeks ago. You're sending me a new
Mm,
one now. I'm thinking
yeah.
that's based in that as
Yeah,
well.
and I mean, my favorite at the moment, not my favorite, I have to say, I absolutely hate
Yeah,
this, but
it's a
is that
love-hate relationship.
yeah, it's every time I log into the platform I use, so whether there's AI, whether that is some sort of service on the internet, every time I log in, like I was just working on the day before, and next day you're kind of going, oh, there's a new faceplate, where's that button now? And
Oh yeah,
drives me absolutely mental, right? So and thank goodness Experience if I don't do that to you a lot.
yeah.
So there will be new buttons and things like that, but at least overall it is still more or less the same. But that was one really good thing. I do appreciate the team don't keep
Oh,
moving buttons, and but sometimes I log into these things and I kind of going, okay, so
oh yeah.
this
Zoom is
this is
but like going to a volleyball match. They're just like
yeah.
shifting positions all the time.
It's like I thought I did have that button. What happened to that button?
Yeah,
Oh, it's not there
it's
anymore. No,
serving
it is
now.
somewhere else. Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
anyway, all right. Well,
Technology.
So much. Thank you so
yeah.
much.
But
And nice
have a
meeting you.
great trip, Vivian, and happy
Thank
course
you.
building, Cynthia. And Vivian,
Yes.
please let me know when your courses is ready. I'm very excited, and
Oh,
you
thank
must
you. I
jump back
surely
on and
will.
share that with us.
I will. I will. I
Yeah,
will.
We'll see you in a future office hours.
Oh,
yeah,
definitely. I
yeah,
always learn stuff when I'm here, even if I'm not
yeah.
ready for it. I learned.
And Vivian, we always appreciate your energy. So
Oh,
happy
thank
course
you.
building. Yeah.
All righty. Thank
And
you. Bye,
All
cool.
right.
ladies.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.